I would just love to hear what drew you to the story of Frankenstein and the bride specifically.
Yeah, it's actually, well, how do I put this? I watched the movie The Bride of Frankenstein, and I didn't know, but she's only in it for 2 minutes, and she doesn't say one word. And it made me start to wonder. It just made me curious. What is she thinking after having been dug up from a grave and told she's supposed to be marrying somebody that she doesn't recognize? What's on her mind? And that's where this story started.
It reminds me a lot of like the untold histories that are lost because we just didn't hear from women over time.
Yeah, or even small side parts in other movies, in all the movies that probably all of us saw growing up, where you're like, oh wait, what about her? She's just only in the movie to support the main characters who are guys. But I'm kind of curious about her too. But it's very much true in The Bride of Frankenstein, where you really just don't get to hear from her.
I love that. And obviously you cast Jessie Buckley, incredible actress. I've heard you had to fight the studio a bit to cast her though. Are you feeling a little bit like I told you so now with all the Oscar buzz?
Jessie Buckley was in my first film, and she was so wonderful and also spoke my language in a way that I've never encountered in quite the same way. I also like working with actors who speak another language. It's also very exciting. But Jessie and I are real soul sisters and artistic sisters, and have been for a long time.
Love that. And how did you come up with this now iconic look for the bride, like to be different from the 1935 film?
Well, we knew that it had to be iconic, you know, and at the same time, I wanted it to be very real and very human. You know, she wears one dress for the entire movie. How do you sweat in it and live in it and get stained and torn and ripped? And the same was true for Christian. I wanted him to be scary, like a monster, but very real. And I think it's more upsetting to see a face that looks like it actually could have been sewn together, the neck sewn onto the face, than something that looks like a Halloween mask. So it was both we wanted it to be like that kind of almost graphic novel, iconic vibe mixed with the very, very real.